Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for checking out the study of antiquity and the Middle Ages today. As always, I am your host, Nick Barksdale, but today we are also joined by my co-host, Nathan Shullen. Nathan Shullen, give a shout out to the channel.
Hi, everybody. Glad to be here.
We are joined today by Dr. Rohl. Many of you are actually going to be familiar with his work. Dr. Rohl, thank you so much for coming on today.
It's good to be here.
I will say, as a spin-off question, as we're getting close to the end here, Jabba's Soapbox, he's a fan of yours. He's in my private group on Discord. He asked, he first wanted me to compliment you and say that you've done some excellent work. Your theories are logical. He said some people may have a problem with it, but I always love what he has to say. He says, my question would be, do you think the Tower of Babel could be the first Ziggurat, or was it something completely different?
Right, we're going back to the book of Genesis now. Well done. That's an interesting question. Yeah, I did write a book called Legend on all these things. Yes, well, there's no doubt at all that what we refer to as the Tower of Babel is the Ziggurat. I mean, but whether it's actually in Babel is another matter. What does Babel mean? Well, it means the gate of God. Bab-ilu, or the gate of the gods. Babylon's name is obviously Greek Babylon, but Bab-ilu is the gate of the gods. So the question that arises out of that is that Babylon as a big city didn't exist in the time post-Noah, in that early period there, where Nimrod, who was the guy who built the tower, was around. And so if you don't have a Babylon there at the time, you have to look for something a little bit earlier. And of course, the very first Ziggurat, apparently, according to the archaeological evidence that we find in southern Mesopotamia, ancient Sumer, is the one at a place called Eridu. Which now Eridu had a Sumerian name. It was called Nun-Ki, the mighty place. And that was really the name of the actual precinct where the Ziggurat temple was constructed. Now, Nun-Ki was also a name given to the sacred enclosure of Babylon, later Babylon. So I think what happened there was that the writers, the historians, got confused between the two Nun-Kis. In other words, the ancient Nun-Ki of Eridu and the later Nun-Ki of Babylon. So when they refer to the Tower of Babel, it's really the Tower of Nun-Ki, and they've got the wrong Nun-Ki. The Nun-Ki they should be looking at is the one at Eridu, which is the earliest one. And that tower temple was left incomplete. It was unfinished, just like the story. And around that period of time is when we start to see people migrating to different parts of the world, which is, of course, is the story of the diaspora, where they start to move out to different areas away from the land of Sumer, including going to Egypt. So it actually is the time just before the beginning of pharaonic history.
And also, for my audience who's watching these episodes, just know, always check out the links in the video description below. I'm going to provide links to his academia profile, website, his books that you can purchase. Give him the entirety of your support. Check out what he has to say, and really take advantage of his research and everything that he's done to not only put forward his thoughts on new chronology, but a variety of other subjects as well, stretching from Sumer to Egypt and beyond. Dr. Rohl, thank you so much for coming on today.
It's my pleasure. And it's been great fun. Both of you are terrific guys. Well done.